Okay, welcome to the Tag Spinner video. Just a quick video just to show you how to use it. If you found Tag Spinner, you probably know what it's about, but just to remind you, just in case. Basically, if you're going to do social bookmarking posts, and you're trying to post to several services, obviously there are probably 550 of the little things out there. You might well use one of the services to post for you. Now, a lot of these services support what they call spinning, and what that means is they take the text, and by using little special tokens in the text, it will put up different variations in each one for you. So that means if somebody goes to your Delicious version of it and they go to your Mr. Wong version of it, they won't be quite the same. Now, there's a couple of good reasons to do that. One is it means that there won't be any duplicate content penalties, and B, as a human, it means that they won't be quite so bored, and they might think it's they might pay attention to it a second time because they think it's different, because it is different. But putting these tokens in is quite a pain, because usually they give you a little letterbox field just to type in, so you've got something like an inch big to put 50 words spun in it, which is a bit crazy. So what Tag Spinner does is it just makes it very easy to spin the thing when you know what you're doing, and then you just simply copy and paste using the clipboard your final version into your social bookmarking service which supports spinning. Now we've enabled spinning on all four fields, which would be the title, the description, the URL and the tags. Obviously not all services even have all of those, but not all bookmarking services support all those spinning variants. So the two that are normally always supported is title and description. So the other two, tags and URLs, we've got a little tick box in there for you to tick if they do support spinning. So that's it. That's why we do it. It also avoids duplicate content. It gives more interest for people who see it in multiple places, and also it's going to spread your keyword chances, because obviously if you've said it slightly differently or used a different word to the main keyword, then you're likely to pick up those extra keyword searches or keyword SEO values. So that's what it's about. Let's get into the training. Okay, welcome to Tag Spinner. It's a very simple program, but I just thought I'd make this little tutorial video just to show you just how easy it is to get you going with it quickly. So basically you put your main ad into this section up here. You can either just type it in, or you can paste it in from the clipboard if you've written it in Word because you wanted to spell check it or something. And then basically the program divides into a couple of key areas. So as we say, we've got the source here. This is your workspace. So basically this is the line that you're going to work on. So by line what I mean is that this social ad or this social bookmark here comprises of a couple of things. Usually has a title and a description. Usually it has tags, and normally it almost certainly has a URL to go to. And sometimes these can be spun. Not all services support all spinning. Some don't support tag spinning, some don't support URL spinning. Most of the services support title spinning and description spinning. But whatever happens, your original ad needs to split up into these fields on the form of the web service who do the social bookmarking for you. So what we need to do is we need to split them up into the sections and then spin them. So we do that very easily. We can either just highlight the selection that we want and just click the edit selection button, and then you can see it appears in that line. But if we want the whole line, if they're actually done in lines, then all we need to do is just hit the alternate key, as it says up here, alternate click, and you can see that it will go into the line there. So there's my title, there's my description, there's my URL, there's my tags. So we've got our description here, and we've got our original version. So if we want other versions, we can literally just type them in. As we want, new line on each version as we want. But if we can't quite think what the options would be, we can just click the word, or just double click the word, sorry, and then the suggestions that are in the dictionary will appear here. Now there aren't many words in the dictionary at the moment, but we'll expand on that later. But the point is that you can have synonyms and alternate word suggestions in here. So you just pick the one that you might want, and then it appears in this line here. You can change that if it's wrong. If it's like in the wrong tense, it should be you know, plural or singular, or you know, take the ing off or whatever. So you can just edit it there. But if you're happy with what goes there, so you just click the word up here to select the word that you want. When you're happy with the word that you want there, or you've edited it the way that you want, then we just hit the tokenize button, and you can see here that it's replaced the last word that we were on with the rest of the sentence there. And then we could do another one there. We could take that version, and we're there. Now if we wanted to respin this one, all we do, as it says here, is we hit the Alt button when we click on it, and then it goes back up to there, and then we can change our minds as to what we want to do there. So now we've got that variation there. So when you're happy with the variations that you've got, you just decide where you want them to go, into the title, the description, the tags, or the URL. This particular one was the title, so when we do that, you can see it goes over here, and you can see that it's automatically put the little tag characters in as specified up here into the line, ready to go. And then we're ready just to do the next one. So we just alternate and click on the thing. Now this particular line, well no, we will do a variation of it there. So let's change the word magic. I'm going to change that to a word that isn't in the thing. I'm just going to make it editing. There we go. And I might just change the word. Actually, I'll just change. No, I'll change that word. Sorry. So that didn't appear because it had the full stop in then. So I just had to highlight the word on its own using the mouse. So let's say workshop for that one instead. So there we are. So we've got three versions of our description there. So I'm just going to put that in there. Again, you can see that it spun it. Now the URL. Now if this was a system that I'll just clear that by hitting that line. If this was a system that didn't support URL spinning, we just make sure that these spin buttons are off, and we click the make URL button, and it's just taken the URL straight in there. And again, I'm going to assume that the tags on this one aren't spun either. So again, the spin button's off, and I'm going to make the tags, so the spin button's off, and I'm going to just make the tags there, and you see that it's gone in there. So that's done. And now all we need to do is to just take these and paste them into our web form. So all we do is we just hit the G button for grab. That's gone into the Windows clipboard. So it's gone into our Windows clipboard, and if we wanted to paste that into the web form of our service, we can just hit Control V to paste it out, and it's done. And then we go to the next field that they support. We'd hit the G button to grab it, go back to our web form, paste it in with Control V, and obviously we do the same with the tags. And then finally we do the same with the URL. So now we can see that we've got all our things here, and they're already spun, and we don't have to worry about all that nonsense with typing it. Now, as I said, I'm assuming this service doesn't support tag spinning, so I didn't have the tag spinning button ticked on the tags there, and also I assume that this service wasn't using URL spinning, so I didn't have that ticked there. If the URL is there and it doesn't support spinning, when you try and make the URL, it's going to complain, because if you can't spin it, you can only have one. So in that case, you need to remove the second version so that you've only got one in there, and then when you do it, then it will go in happily. Let me show you that going in. There we are. There is an online help section if you've forgotten what I've just said. And also there's this online tutorial, so it's very strange showing you the online tutorial in the online tutorial, but if you've forgotten that this exists, that's where you got it from. Yes, that is weird, isn't it? Anyway, we can go back to the tag spinner there. Obviously we can quit the program. Updates will just remind you that if you're on the email list, you'll get the updates, and it will take you to the website where the updates might be listed. But there we go, so that's it.